Hey everybody, Scott Spreitzer from DocSports.com. Welcome to the early report for Saturday, May 12th. Free pick coming up in just a minute. We'll talk a little bit about a big game on Saturday's baseball slate that we got going. NHL playoffs, the finals are underway last night in the Eastern Conference. Tonight, Game 1 in the Western Conference. All that to come. First, a couple of notes. Don't forget, if you are not yet a member at DocSports.com, you can easily do so, and you get a free $60 account to start. Click on the link below this video, and that'll take you to all the information you need. And what you do is you set yourself up for a free $60 account at DocSports.com. I am 100% exclusive with DocSports.com, and I tell you what, I made the right decision. I'm enjoying every minute of it. Been there for almost a month now. Don't forget, click on the link below, sign up for the free $60 account. One of the reasons I'm telling you this is because we have just our 5th 7-unit baseball side over the past 3 or 4 weeks going on Saturday's slate. 3-1 with these plays thus far. And if you've been playing our 7-unit, which is our top plays over at Doc Sports, if you've been playing our 7-unit plays, the 4 that we've released over the past 3+ weeks, you're not only 3-1, but you're up over $1,600 wagering, just $100 per unit. Don't miss out on Saturday's 7-unit play. Let's talk about those early movers, because the books who are taking that early action have to be real pleased this week. Another loss last night for those jumping on these games overnight, driving those numbers left and right. We saw on Friday's report, the early report, that the first big move was going on San Francisco for Friday and against the Pittsburgh Pirates. It lost again. Early movement, I think, is now 0-5 the last 5. They had been pretty hot going into this week, but again, have lost, I believe it's now 5 in a row after losing on Friday, and the books are loving that action, obviously, when those early movers are going on losing streaks like they have this week. And because of this, I guess, we have no early movers to really report on for Saturday. Certainly no significant moves. I thought we might see some movement on the Atlanta Braves against the Miami Marlins for Saturday's slate, but that hasn't happened. Just a few pennies here, a few pennies there, going back and forth in Major League Baseball overnight for Saturday. I guess they're just laying low right now after taking a beating this week, those early movers. NHL last night got underway. Tampa Bay, of course, at home to Washington in the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Caps blew their doors off as a big underdog. Tampa Bay loses the game 4-2. We stayed away from the game on Friday night, and it was an easy win. Caps up 4-0 after 2 periods and had a 25-10 shots on goal advantage. You could even see the Tampa Bay coaches almost begging, pleading their players after the first intermission, getting ready for period number 2, to wake up, get with it, shake off the rust, and so on. And they really never did. Scored a couple of third period goals, but guys and girls, as you saw, they never truly threatened the Capitals. Now, they'll play again on Sunday, and here's the thing, I would be very shocked if Washington goes back home with a 2-0 lead in that series. Pretty much expect Tampa Bay to come through in the bounce back on Sunday. Their game, at least the first 2 periods against Washington on Friday night, it reminded me a lot of the San Jose Sharks and their playoff opener against the Vegas Golden Knights in round 2 when they got beat 7-0. We saw them rebound in game 2. I think Tampa Bay will do the same. I wanted to mention also that the Vegas Golden Knights and the Winnipeg Jets, they face off in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals on Saturday, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And right now, as I'm looking at those numbers, you got Winnipeg dropping as far as the price is concerned. Game 1, the price is coming down. Westgate Superbook bringing it down, by the way. Also, the series price, which the Superbook had as high as minus $1.60, it's now dropped down to $1.40 and below. No shocker there that the money's coming in on Vegas. It's not all sharp money. Whole lot of Golden Knight fans, as you can imagine, in Southern Nevada sportsbooks making a move on Vegas. I'll say this about that series, with Winnipeg being a favorite of around $1.40 in the series. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Vegas has already seen and passed with flying colors 2 different styles. They saw the LA Kings, who were not nearly as good of a skating team as Vegas, or let's say as of Winnipeg, really trying to rough things up, had no luck at all. Maybe a period or 2, they would get Vegas, throughout the course of the first couple of games to maybe play more of the King style of hockey, get physical, retaliate, get caught retaliating. Second move always gets you in the penalty box. We saw that a little bit. But Vegas overcome those few instances to sweep that series. San Jose tried to do the same thing, and at times Vegas bit. In fact, if you remember that Game 4 matchup in San Jose, Vegas bit. They were getting way too crazy with some of the penalties, even in Game 2 at home against San Jose, and it cost them. Vegas is an extremely fast skating team. San Jose, a better skilled team than was the Kings, but now Winnipeg, the toughest test yet for the Golden Knights. They can skate, and they get very physical. And what they also do is they don't dump and chase. You're going to see Winnipeg driving the puck into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone as much as possible. I heard one report where they were averaging something like 47 drives with the puck into the opponent's zone throughout the last series, this most recent series that they played against Nashville. So Vegas is going to have to stand this team up at center ice in the neutral zone and try to deny a little bit that path into the offensive zone. At the same time, can Winnipeg withstand the Golden Knights' outstanding depth? 4 lines, all playing extremely well. There's no major drop-off from line 1 to line 4 and everything in between, and Gerard Gallant seemingly pulling all the right strings. I really don't expect Vegas to be flat just because they've had a few more days off than has Winnipeg. Anyway, that's the matchup in the Western Conference Finals, game number 1. Excuse me. I do believe that Vegas is going to come through, even without home ice advantage in this series. What we saw reported on NBC on Friday during the game, NBCSN, was that road teams were 35-32 in the playoffs, make that 36-32 after the Caps won on Friday night. Quick NBA playoff update. We'll dive into these game by game, starting with Sunday's video. Right now, not much movement. Cleveland still a 1.5 point favorite, which is where they were yesterday, the 1.5 point favorite on the road to Boston. And as far as out west, you've got Houston laying 1.5 to Golden State. Total in the Cleveland-Boston Game 1 matchup, around 204. Total between Houston and Golden State Game 1, around 224. And you know the series prices, they haven't changed in the last 12 or 18 hours. We've got right now Cleveland about a 310 favorite at the Vegas Superbook. And you've got Golden State about a 210 favorite also at Westgate Superbook. All the lines around town close to that. Close to $3 with Cleveland, close to $2 with Golden State. I happen to like both favorites in the upcoming series, but we could, differ obviously from the favorite to the underdogs and so on throughout the games, game by game individually, starting with Sunday's matchup in Game 1 between the Cavs and the Celtics. Again, 7-unit baseball side going on Saturday. Our 5th in the last 3+ weeks, 3-1 with the first 4, up over 16 units. For those betting, just $100 per unit, $1,655 worth of profit. Don't miss out. Grab that free account if you're not yet a member. Click the link below. $60 free account at DocSports.com. And all my plays, including that 7-unit, all my premium plays are exclusive at DocSports.com. Free pick for Saturday. Let's go back to the same venue that we were on last night when we had the St. Louis Cardinals. Going to back them again around $1.20, maybe a little bit less than that if you shop around at San Diego. You got Waka going for the Redbirds. He's a righty. And here's the thing. Going into last night, San Diego 0-10 and averaging less than 2.5 runs per game in home night games against righties. This is a 5:40 p.m. Pacific start at Petco. Kind of an in-betweener between daylight and nighttime. They're still just 7-18 going into this game against right-handers overall. They just don't score a lot, about 3.4, 3.5 runs per game against right-handers. I like the way Waka's pitched for the most part of late, his last 3 or 4 games. Now his whip is about $1.30. I would like to see that down to about 125, but at the same time, he's not giving up a lot of runs, doing a good job keeping the ball where he wants it to be for the most part. Like him in this matchup against the Padres and Tyson Ross. And the thing about Tyson Ross, you look at his last 3 starts, he's averaging almost 6 walks per 9 innings pitched. That catches up with you. Washington took advantage last time out. I think the Cardinals will here. Free pick for Saturday, the St. Louis Cardinals. You can find them in that range of -$1.15 up to -$1.20. Don't forget, we'll be right back here Sunday before the crack of dawn. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button if you like what you see. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet already. We appreciate all those who have. And leave your comments. I get to them late at night, overnight, after I cut these videos, but I'll certainly answer your comments when you leave them. We'll be back Sunday morning. Best of luck on Saturday. Put Saturday in the win column. Right back here Sunday, 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific. I'm Scott Spreitzer, DocSports.com.